Hello, everyone. We just wanted to come on and give a little more detailed, like in person in a sense, video. Now, if for some reason you missed the last updates or something like that, a little bit about Thanksgiving, just for those who didn't hear. We had already planned long before we even moved here, actually, that Thanksgiving would be a big thing that we would do. We would invite cast members to come over to our house. Many of them are either single adults live here with no families, or especially college program that are far from home for the first time in their lives, that would normally be with family that have to work that day, or just at the dorms or whatever. So anyways, we invited over any cast members that would be wanting to come. We did that both to those that we knew and also just publicly on the Facebook page and some other places for cast members. So that was kind of the leading up to, and those of you who knew about it, we reached out to many different people that we knew to say, would you be willing to give towards that as well, because we knew that we couldn't make all the food for all the people that were starting to sign up. So we ended up having to go with Bob Evans was like going to cater the meal, so we bought pre-made meals through them and then just reheat and that sort of thing.
Which turned out to be the best idea. That was awesome, because then we could spend more time with people.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. We didn't have to spend all day just standing in the kitchen, actually physically making more and more. We could just put it in the oven because it was pre-made. But why don't you share a little bit about the day?
Yeah, it would have been impossible to make it all. We had 30 people come throughout the day, and they came spread out throughout the day, which was really nice, because then we could spend more one-on-one time with each of them, and that was nice. Lots of people helped out. Lots of people volunteered. We had at least 5 volunteers that committed to volunteering and came and did that. But then also people would just jump in and help out with whatever needed reheated. So that was really nice. I wanted to make a video in order to share with you, because I want to convey the emotion that happened that day. It was, like Josh said, the biggest event that we'll have this year. We'll definitely do it next year. But we never anticipated just all that God would do. When Josh said that your support came in, it came flooding in, and we were overwhelmed and just really excited that we were able to have the confidence to get whatever we needed. We are not the kind of people that decorate all out for everything, but we were able to do that for the cast members that came, simply from your financial gifts. So that's what God is doing here in Florida through you. We're able to decorate for them and make it really special and look really nice. And when people were coming in, I was really touched, because some people were even getting out their phones and taking pictures of the table setting and of the little favors that we made for them. And so I know that they were really honored. Some people made posts about it online. Mm-hmm. It was really great.
Yeah. I was just thinking of personally, the highlights for me were 2 that come to mind, and that is, number 1, the guy that I work with, his name's Gino, but I knew he was going to be coming. He had signed up to come early, which was good. He came I think he was one of the first pickups, 9:45 or something like that. So he arrived at 10:15. And he had the meal, he ate everything, and then there was a chance for him to get a ride back with our volunteers to the dorms. But he said, I guess I'm going to stick around. And then he kept sticking around. He stuck around all day until like 11 o'clock at night. And actually even stayed so long that he actually kind of became a volunteer, in a sense. Like, he helped me to go out to a local church we had stored all the stuff at, and brought food back with us to bring the second wave of food. So that was cool, just to spend the day with him, get to know him like even a little more than I do just from working at Magic Kingdom. But then the other group that comes to mind that was really cool was, you guys may have heard already or known through the Kingdom Prayer Facebook page or wherever, but we had a woman who reached out to us who we never knew. She lives in Brazil, but she was starting just this past Monday, just yesterday, she started her ICP, her International College Program here at Disney, and she had nowhere to stay from the time her plane landed until she started her program. And so she actually saw the post online, and to her, of course, we were strangers, but she saw, wow, these people must be nice, I guess. They're willing to let people come into their home for all day for Thanksgiving. So she texted and said, I'd like to come to Thanksgiving, but also, would it be okay if I come to stay at your house for a few nights? And, she was really forward in that way, but in a good way, because again, it worked out that we were able to get to know her just a little bit before she got here, and then really well while she was here.
Unbelievable, because that's exactly what we're here for. It's something that's been on my heart, that I wanted to be involved in cultural outreach forever, but God brought her right to our house, and she came to church with us, and she was involved in everything we were doing. So she definitely experienced the love of Jesus, not only on Thanksgiving, but all throughout that week. So it was a really good connection. I know we're going to stay connected with her too as her program continues.
Well, and she was able to open up connections to even more people from Brazil, because a huge wave of people were arriving. And actually, the day that we had Thanksgiving, on Thanksgiving Day, there was a group of 3 that flew from Brazil, landed in at the airport, went and watched the Brazil game in the World Cup at Disney Springs, straight from the airport, and then they met our new friend from Brazil there at the Brazil game. She went to go watch the game that day for a couple hours, and she told them about what we were doing, and so they came over to our house. So, and basically, they landed here and came to our house, had Thanksgiving, and of course, from Brazil, they never celebrated Thanksgiving before, their first time in the United States. And of course, I guess then their first time in American home as well. I mean, they've never been before.
Tell, they're very warm people, and they just conveyed so much appreciation for getting to experience Thanksgiving and American Thanksgiving, and then also they shared Brazilian food. Did you mention that? I don't know. So that was really just cool.
That was fun.
A cool cultural exchange.
Yeah.
And I want to mention one final thing that was really touching to me and stuck with me. When the students would come in and they were talking to us about what we were doing, they were so kind and thankful and grateful for it. And that really impressed me, because I think it's unusual for college age. But I heard a lot of things like, oh, my mom is making this back home today, and she even sent me a picture, and I felt so sad that I wasn't going to be there, but you have like all of the same foods that they have back home. And someone said I came in not knowing anyone, and I left with family. So it was just a really, really meaningful time, and I'm glad that we're able to come on video to convey how important it was, and how vital your giving was. You did this. So thank you so much for the support and for doing this ministry with us here in Florida.
Yeah, I think you wrapped everything up. I don't know, but I guess the next steps, as far as this is concerned, we made so many connections, and we just had so many good follow-ups through that. I mean, many people were saying, oh, you guys do the board game nights every month? Yeah, I definitely want to come back for that. Or if you're doing something else, just let me know. Yeah, definitely want to come over again. So the nice thing is we live very close to Disney property and Flamingo, which is the college dorms for Disney students. So, I mean, people now know exactly where they live. They've all been here. So anyways, again, thank you guys so much.
Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas.